Good morning, except it's midnight, so it's really night. I've been awake since 9:30, and yesterday was a day from hell. I mean, it was so stressful. But I wrote two blurbs in the morning before any of the bullshit happened later in the day. And the title of the video for today is Lost Note Game Over. As I mentioned following yesterday's video, it came to me crystal clear. The bank's attorney admitted in writing that they lost the original note connecting me to the loan involved in the trust. If the system was honest, that would have been the end of the fiasco that has gone on in my life for over 10.5 years now. Instead, the complicit court let them get away with it, since it was part of the fraud. The banks could never get away with their crimes if they did not control the courts. Do you grasp what I'm telling you? Do you think I'm making this up? Do you honestly believe that our governments, run by the people who created the fraud in the first place, have any intention of doing the right thing and letting truth prevail? That would be the end of the game for them. They could no longer run roughshod over the rights of the people. Isn't it time for us, the people, to rise up and call these charlatans on their bullshit? What about those who have taken advantage of the corrupt system? Here's their remedy. Repent. Tell the truth. Now, I got a comment from one of my friends named Nancy on Facebook who wrote, "Hang in there, Ron, and know that you are not the only one victimized by con artists here. Those who are unaware of who is really calling the shots here have no concept of the dirty tactics used to assault the unsuspecting. If you trust the legal authorities, they will make sure they shove a piece of paper in front of you at a law office, get your signature to file a form with the courts, then photocopy that document and file things without your consent or knowledge. You don't even know what hit you by the time it's too late to do anything about it. They use the bait and switch tactics here all the time. We're dealing with predators that are not capable of functioning within the light of truth. Most wear expensive suits, and you would never suspect them in a million years. So it is to their advantage to lead you to believe things that are not true. It is the element of surprise that excites them, and they think everyone they attack through deceptive practices is ignorant, or would be willing to lie just like they do. They're ruthless and diabolical predators. What a mess." Indeed, Nancy, that's true. And the thing that got me yesterday is my attorney friend who is helping me create documents for this and has helped me file the appeal. We got a paper from the appeal court, and I want you to, it says, "By order of the court, ordered that the appellant's request for stay of the trial court's January 12, 2016 order granting alias writ of possession filed as part of the January 20th, 2016 notice of appeal is denied." Now, I read that a number of times. What was denied was the order granting the alias writ of possession. But what I read it as is the appellate's request is denied. Totally opposite meanings. Totally opposite meanings. And my attorney friend actually talked to one of the people in the appeals court to get the meaning of the thing. Because it's written in legalese, and legalese is not plain English. It's contorted. And that's what makes the whole system confusing. They don't tell the truth. They don't use common meanings of words. They put a word in there that has a legal meaning that is not the common meaning of the word. So you would what's the word? Understand. It means, from their perspective, do you stand under what we're telling you? Not do you grasp the meaning of what we're telling you. This is the convoluted game that these attorneys, which is why in the original Constitution of the United States, attorneys were not allowed to hold public office, period, because they were aligned with the British Accredited Registry or the Bar Association, which is a criminal organization. Now, I'm going to tell you, point blank, that there are lawyers that are waking up and working with the people. Thank God for that. I'm working with one myself. And it's a godsend to have someone that's willing to tell the truth. But even the attorney that I worked with last year that got the extension from them taking my home and got the opportunity, I got paperwork yesterday that I had never seen before, and it was filed in November. If I'm not mistaken. I'm not going to pull it out right now, but I'm pretty sure it was filed in November by the attorney that I hired near the end of that month. And I never saw it till yesterday. I never saw a copy of it till yesterday, in which he's asking for time to explore, because it's a complicated case, and he needed time to explore it, and it was granted. But then the judge tried to reverse everything and ungrant it, because I let that attorney go. And it's ironic because they don't send papers to me. They send papers to him a month later, and he's not my attorney anymore. I'm acting pro se. The attorney that's helping me is helping me, but is not my attorney. She's a friend. She's acting as a friend who is an attorney. And this is what I mean. Not all attorneys are crooked. Some attorneys actually want to tell the truth and want to see justice done. And thank God for that. But so many are charlatans, as I said in the blurb. They are con artists par excellence. I mean, they have mastered this con artist game with the double speak and language that they use that is deceptive at the very least, but that's on purpose. It's deceptive because it's meant to deprive us not only of our rights, but of any wealth that we might have. And if we don't have the ability, and if it wasn't for some of my friends donating, and I need more donations because I've got to give this attorney friend that's helping me, I've got to give more money, and folks, it's draining. And so those of you that can help make donations on PayPal, I'd really appreciate it. And no, I'm not going to do the GoFundMe thing. Some people have suggested that I do the GoFundMe. No, I don't want to do that. It's PayPal. Make it to me in PayPal. But in any case, yesterday was a horrific day for me. I thought not only the game was over, I thought my life was over. Because I'm serious. If they try to force me out of my home, I don't have a viable place to go. I don't have a place to put all of Dr. Mary's stuff, or even my own stuff that's important. I don't have a place to put it, and my stuff is still here. Nothing has been moved into storage except for the library. Other things have been put into storage, but not like the stuff that I use every day. I mean, how could I put that in storage? Because I'm using it. So it makes my life complicated and a mess. And frankly, if I don't have a home, I don't want to live on this planet. And if I see God, I'll punch him in the face because of allowing this bullshit to keep occurring and his children to be ripped off by these con artists for so long. I mean, I'm sorry, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, I ask you for prayers, those of you that are willing and able to make even a small donation, and please, the one person that's been making donation who doesn't even have a job, who's taking a settlement money and giving me settlement money, no, please. Anyway, thank you for listening. Namaste.